Hey my beautiful Taurus peeps, what's going on everybody? It's Ann from CancerMoonsTarot and welcome into your weekly tarot reading for the week of the 20th through the 26th of November. How are you? Hope you guys are doing well. Do want to mention before we get started, if you're interested in a personal reading, you can check out my website, CancerMoonsTarot.com. It's going to be the first link in the description box below if you want to book me there. Nonetheless though, Team Taurus, let's get it popping and see what's going on here for your week ahead. What's showing up here for our bull gang, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Zodiac, coming on in here to the week of the 20th. Let's go ahead and get about one more shuffle and we will see what's going on. Hopefully we're looking at some pretty awesome stuff here for Taurus. Now, starting out with the overall energy, King of Wands coming into play for you, taking a look at the current energy, the Queen of Cups, what you're dealing with, the Ace of Cups, and looking at the current outcome, we have here the Temperance card coming on out here for you as well. So having a look here at your week ahead so far, we do begin here with the King of Wands. King of Wands to me is always kind of about like your eye on the prize. What do you have your eye set on? What are you really focused here at this time on? So it does look to me like you have drive, you have passion, you have motivation. So it looks pretty good here so far. Taurus, I like it. You're very motivated here in reference to something. Some of you are very romantically motivated. I do see here with the Queen of Cups being the current energy. Maybe you want to get things off the ground in your partnership. Maybe some of you are like really motivated here to like marry your partner or to get engaged with your partner. If you're a Taurus male, you could be saving up money at this time right now for a ring, for an engagement ring. So I feel like you're at this point in time where it's like I'm doing what I can to really make sure that I'm getting a relationship off the ground, or I'm like really motivated to start stepping into a new chapter in my romantic life with my partner. If that's not the case though, looking at this in more of general terms, it feels like you're hella motivated here. You're in a good place emotionally. You're in a good place passionately. I definitely feel like there's a lot of excitement, but you do have your eyes set on something very, very prominently here at this time. Now, as previously stated, you could have your eyes set out on love with the Ace of Cups, but it's not always about love, right? So at the end of the day, you can have your eyes set on some sort of fulfillment here this week. Yeah, something really sparked here, guys. Looking at the current outcome, we have here the Temperance. Temperance showing up for you represents that you're looking at a situation and you feel that if you were to make this source of fulfillment happen, there's going to be good vibes all around. Temperance card is like feeling totally chill, super high vibrational, feeling like you are in a space where have like tons of high vibrational energy and everything feels like it's flowing together perfect. So I like it, guys. So far, it's a good start. But let's take a little bit of a deeper look to get a bit of a better understanding at this time. Now, let's clarify this King of Wands. What does Taurus have their eyes on? Jumping into this week, the Sun, so definitely happiness. Now, it's going to be generalized because for some of you, your eyes going to be on love. For other of you, or others of you, it could be about career. So it's going to be different from Taurus to Taurus, of course, but the main concept here still resonates. So you have your eyes set on something that's going to bring forth in a lot of happiness, a lot of fulfillment for sure. Tell me about the Queen of Cups, though. Why the Queen of Cups? Clarifying the Queen of Cups, we have here the Five of Wands. Ooh, I like this. And I don't like the Five of Wands necessarily, but I like the difference as to why you've merged into the Queen of Cups energy, because the Five of Wands represents stress. So I feel like initially, internally, you were dealing with lots of stressors, you were unhappy. It was hard to kind of master the inside of yourself to be in a place where you feel really good and where you feel positive. I think you were struggling for a while with either a positive attitude or a positive perspective. But the shift you're seeing this week is not only now do I have my eyes set on what I'm excited to receive, not only do I have my eyes set on what's going to fulfill me and make me happy, but I have a good feeling about it. I have a positive perception that I can actually make this happen in my life rather than feeling like I'm struggling. Here's one thing that happens that a lot of people get stuck in. A lot of people get stuck in the feeling of not having what they want, but continuously fantasizing about what it is they do want. And what ends up happening is that law of attraction, manifestation, it's all about the feeling. When you're feeling these low vibrational energies while imagining this beautiful, amazing life you wish to be living, what you're doing is you're reiterating that in the present moment you're not happy. And of course, when it comes to manifestation, we have to bring in what it is we want in the now, not in the future, not in the past, but in the now. So I think that what's shifting here for you is you're no longer taking the time out to imagine this beautiful life and this fulfillment and this happiness and be frustrated and stressed about it. You're removing your current circumstances from what it is you're trying to bring into your life. And I think that's incredibly powerful. And I always say that's the best way to do it. When you're thinking about when you're visualizing, for example, very powerful manifestation technique. When you're visualizing, for example, maybe your dream job, your dream job. You don't want to be thinking about your current job where you feel like you might be struggling to make ends meet, or maybe you have a boss who's horrible or coworkers who's horrible. You don't want to feel all that icky energy. Manifesting and visualizing the dream job you desire to have, you want to be tapped into the feeling like you're already doing your dream job each and every single day. You want to feel like you can wake up at peace knowing that your bank account's full, and that you have great coworkers who are so collaborative and productive, and you feel excited to go to work every day. So your feeling here really has to align with the type of reality that you're aiming to work for and that you're trying to manifest here overall. So I see that you're separating yourself here from the feelings of struggle and frustration, and you're tapping more into feelings of abundance, which is incredibly freaking powerful for you this week, Taurus. So I really like this so far as a start. Now let's see what might be showing up in your challenge. What may be coming into the challenge here for Taurus, coming on out here this week. King of Pentacles, yeah, just what I mentioned, right? The energy of feeling abundant is a little bit of a challenge. But what I love so much about the challenge and the way that I read, the challenge always means you're overcoming it. So it doesn't mean this is something that's stopping you. This is something you're overcoming. So coming into the week here, like I mentioned, you're figuring out, how can I feel abundant to create abundance in my life versus would I rather sit in the energy of struggle to create more struggle? So you're eliminating the struggle, the feeling of that struggle. You're starting to really change your perspective, and you're starting to really shift and change your energy whilst keeping your eyes on the prize. So I love it, Taurus. You're going to find a way on how to feel abundant here, even if your current circumstances may not align. Now, I want to mention, this is not necessarily faking it till you make it. I am not a fan of faking it till you make it, because at the end of the day, that is fake energy. You never want to have fake energy come into your life. You want authenticity. So don't get into that trap of faking it till you make it, Taurus. But when you're visualizing and you're trying to manifest, right? When you're visualizing, when you are allowing yourself to feel what it would be like to have what it is you desire, the best thing to do always is to feel it, to visualize it, to picture it as if it is already your current life. Imagine and feel that whatever it is you desire is already yours. You are living this experience right now. In doing so, and in taking action to make that reality happen, you're going to end up manifesting that for yourself. So really, really powerful stuff coming out here in this reading so far, but I just wanted to make that note. Don't fall into that trap of faking it till you make it, because inevitably, you're just going to end up manifesting fake energy that's not coming from a place of authenticity, okay? Now, moving along here forward, let's see what you can expect throughout the rest of your week here, Team Taurus. What else is going to be coming on in here for you? So let's take a look. What do we got for Taurus? Moving on in through the rest of the week of the 20th. What can they expect here at this time? First card is going to be the Moon. The following card here is going to be the World card. We also have here the Eight of Swords. And lastly, we have here the Emperor card showing up here too. Very cool. I think in terms of what you can expect, definitely a massive change in your emotions here with the Moon card and with the World card. Moon card showing up here for you is representative of your emotional state of being. It definitely is a very powerful time emotionally this week. I think that a lot of people are going to notice that they feel a little more sensitive to the emotions that they are experiencing overall, but that's not necessarily a bad thing, right? Because if you're experiencing a lot of high vibrational emotions, more sensitivity there means more enjoyment of those high vibrational emotions. Now, the World card coming in here for you is great because the World represents a brand new world, a brand new beginning. Something in your life is being born. I honestly think that with the power of your emotions this week, this is about you manifesting a whole new chapter of your life with the way that you've been thinking, feeling, and the things that you have been visualizing. I feel like you're shifting into an entire new timeline. Now, I know this is not going to apply to every Taurus, and I know some people watching might think that, Ant, you're talking some woo-woo crazy stuff, but I've always been first, before even tarot, I've always been into law of attraction, and I've always been into manifestation, and that is something that I do wholeheartedly believe in, because at the end of the day, the things I've manifested so effortlessly and the things that I've intended to create in my life, I have. So it is something that I believe wholeheartedly is true, and you may resonate with this, you may not. So if it's not your reading, you don't have to continue to watch, of course, but I think that you could get some really good nuggets of wisdom, even if it's not manifesting or resonating at this time for you. There could be a lot of stuff you can learn from this reading if you're willing to take a step back and enjoy. So I feel here overall with that World, guys, you are shifting your timeline coming into this week, and a lot of it has to do with your shifted perspective and with your shift in your feelings. That is the number one thing that I'm seeing here that's making a massive, massive difference. Eight of Swords coming up here for you. I think you've been in your head for a while, Taurus, but one thing you're going to notice coming into this week is with the Emperor card being accompanied by that Eight of Swords, you feel like you're in so much more of a control when it comes to feeling like overthinking. So when it comes to overthinking, when it comes to feeling anxious, when it comes to being stressed, you feel like you can stay on top of yourself a lot more to be in a more positive vibration. So I think that's going to be a massive thing you're going to notice here this week as well. It's like, yeah, if I'm feeling anxious, I find it relatively easy to calm myself. If I'm feeling like I'm overthinking, I find it very easy to get out of my head. You know, this is a week here where this emotional shift is going to help you remove yourself and detach yourself from so many different low vibrational experiences. So I think a lot of you are going to notice the change in how you're thinking, acting, feeling, and most importantly, how you're managing your feelings and how you're dealing with your feelings in a way where you can route that negative and transmute it into something positive. So that's really amazing to see too. What other information do we have here for Taurus? What else can they expect coming on into the week of the 20th? Three of Wands coming in for you. We also have here the Judgment card, and we have here the Three of Pentacles as well. I like that. First things first, the Judgment card showing up here is Scorpionic energy. You might be dealing with a Scorpio. Maybe it's somewhere in your chart. But the Judgment is about giving something a chance. It also could be about a judgment call. I think that the major call that you guys are hearing, because the Judgment can also be a message from Spirit, I would say the major call you're hearing this week is that inaction will lead me nowhere, but action will take me everywhere. It's time to get to work. Oh yeah, Taurus, I like that. It's time to get to work. I always mention that stagnation is something that is the worst thing we can do in terms of manifesting, and it's the worst thing we can do in general of just trying to get what we want out of our life experience, because when we're stagnated, by not taking action, nothing can actually happen. So you're getting into a big place of action here this week. And I also want to mention as well, this Three of Wands is telling me something pretty interesting. As you can see, the boat doesn't seem that far away, does it? Typically, the Three of Wands in the tarot tends to represent something that feels like it's out of reach, or you're waiting for your ships to come in, but usually the boat is so far in the distance. In this tarot deck, the boat isn't that far off from actually reaching the shore. So I almost want to reiterate to you, Taurus, it's like the life you're trying to manifest, the life you are creating at this time, isn't that far off from actually being your reality. So in a way, I feel like that was a nice positive message to reinforce for you guys. The reality you're currently creating is not that far away. So definitely allow yourself to keep on working hard, because that work is going to pay off. All right. All right, Team Taurus. I'm liking this so far, guys. Let me clear my throat real quick. My apologies. With allergy season coming up, yeah, that's going to be happening, unfortunately. So thank you for bearing with me. Either way, this is what I do have here so far, Taurus, for your main situation. And I think it's a good one. With that being said, let's hop on into the other areas for the week. I'm going to be taking a look here at career, your love life, and your personal life. So let's see what's going on in those areas of life. Starting out with career, what do we got showing up here for Taurus? Sun, Moon, Rise, and Venus coming on into the week of the 20th. What's going on for your career? First card out is going to be the Star, baby. Hello. Next card here is going to be the Ten of Wands. Lastly, Page of Wands. I definitely feel like many of you could be daydreaming about the career you actually want instead. If you do find yourself feeling very burnt out, tired, and drained with your current career circumstances, I do think it's time here to, instead of dream, let's start actually trying to make the dream happen, right? Instead of daydreaming, let's start taking action and bring this dream to life. So that is a major thing being highlighted here for Taurians coming on up this week. It's like you've been daydreaming about your dream job often. You know, maybe Ten of Wands, you're not really satisfied and happy with your current working situation. Maybe you're not happy with your financial situation, but Page of Wands here says you have to start somewhere. You know, the Page of Wands is not the Ace of Wands, but the Page of Wands is pretty much the start. And at the end of the day, granted, you might not make your dream job align instantaneously right before your very eyes, but by simply getting started, you can start to make that path come into alignment with you inevitably. So you have to start somewhere is a major thing that I'm hearing for you, Taurus, coming on in this week. Really do take that into consideration. You know, for those of you that are like, well, you know, what I want to do is going to take a lot of time. I have to get these certifications. It's going to take a couple months. It's like, well, the more you delay getting started, the longer it's going to take, right? So if you have something in mind of what is your dream career, no one is telling you that you can't have it. Ten of Wands, your current circumstances are something you're unhappy with, but you don't have to stick with these circumstances. You can change them at any given moment in time. But if you want to get here, you have to start somewhere with that Page of Wands. So this feels like a really great week here to get started. I would definitely take that into consideration for any Taurians who resonate with that. Now, jumping into love, let's have a look at love. We're going to take a look here first at the single Taurians, then we'll jump into the couples. So what's going on here for single Taurus this week? The week here of the 20th, what's going on for you guys? Message is showing up here for single Taurian. Moving into the week of the 20th. First card out is going to be the Fool card, the following, Queen of Swords. And lastly, we have here the Hangman showing up as well. All right, single Taurus, I do want to mention here for you, I think that you are at a point where you're going with the flow. I don't feel like you're going out of your way to date people or going out of your way to find a partnership. It's kind of like if it happens, it happens. I think many of you are on that wave and timeline right now, at least for the week. I do see, though, however, with the Queen of Swords here to the Hangman, you could be becoming very direct and very clear with someone that you don't want things to go forward with them. So I feel like if you were talking to somebody and maybe they were trying to get things going with you, you might have came to the conclusion that this is a person I don't want to go forward with. So you could be basically telling somebody that you're not interested here this week, but I feel like you've had to make it clear to this person for the single Taurians. Maybe they weren't understanding at first. Maybe this was somebody who was constantly they were trying to keep on trying with you even though you tried to make it clear to them. So I feel like this could be about you having a direct form of communication, letting somebody know you're not interested, doing the best you can there. So I do see that maybe there's kind of like a clingy situation showing up, but you're doing your best to kind of pull back from that. But either way though, I feel like you don't have expectations in love. You are just vibing right now. You're going with the flow. But the thing is, Taurus, is you definitely know what you don't want, which is good, because if you know what you don't want, then you can start to explore what it is you do want. And I feel like that's going to become more apparent to you this week here as well. So yeah, for single Taurians, you could be cutting off something with someone. I think, though, that it's a little hard. It feels like they're kind of clingy. It seems like maybe they're not coming from a place of understandings when you're telling them you're uninterested. Maybe they keep on trying, but I think you're going to do what you can here this week to make it abundantly clear that this is not a connection you want to move forward with. And in terms of love, I don't feel like you're trying too hard at this time. It's like if the right person comes by, cool. If not, I'm okay with that too. So that's the vibe that I'm seeing here so far. Now for the couple Taurians, what's going on here for Taurus couple? Coming on into the week of the 20th, what do we got here for the Taurians in relationships? Queen of Pentacles showing up. Ooh la la. I love that. Queen of Pentacles is needs getting met. So this is about partners taking care of each other's needs, whatever those needs may be. They could be financial, they could be emotional, they could be physical, but I do see here you both really complementing one another and understanding what one another here needs. Now, moving forward from that, Queen of Pentacles, what other information do we have? The Lovers coming out. We also have here the Ten of Swords paired with the Nine of Swords. Oh, I love this, guys, okay? Now, first things first, Ten of Swords here might have freaked you out, but the Ten of Swords isn't paired with the Lovers. The Ten of Swords here is paired with the Nine of Swords, so we'll talk about that in just a moment. But what I really love to see here for a couple Taurians this week is that you're in a place with somebody where you really love and care for them. You know that this is somebody you want to plan a future with. You know this is somebody that you can see yourself getting married to later down the line. So at the end of the day, whether you're married to this person or not, you want to be there for them to provide whatever you can. This is about needs being met. Every person in a relationship has needs, and I feel like both of you are saying, hey, let's really prioritize each other this week. So I feel like both of you are really giving each other your 100, and it's going to allow you to continue to grow closer to one another in such a beautiful and impactful way. Yeah, now also we have here the Ten of Swords, we have here the Nine of Swords. I feel like if there's been any sort of anxieties in your relationship, fears showing up, that's coming to an ending this week. But you know what's intriguing about these fears and anxieties? It has nothing to do with your actual relationship, but it has everything to do with the external around your relationship. Maybe there was fear around money, right? So the Nine of Swords here could have been money fear showing up between you and your partner. It could have been fear of things that have been going on in the family sector. It could have been worry about societal things. Ultimately here, though, it was stuff that was not directly in your relationship, but it was external to your relationship, Taurus, overall. So yeah, that's what I think was showing up here, but I feel like it's coming to an ending this week. So you're definitely going to be finding solutions to any sort of struggles or things that have been causing worries and fears. You and your partner seem to be working in a really good team effort to figure out a way to end those fears and worries, which I think is quite fantastic here too. All right, so couple Taurians, you're looking pretty damn good here too. All right, now let's see what's going on with you guys a little bit more personally. Let's see what's up with you, Taurus. What do we got going on for Taurians on a personal note? Coming on into the week here of the 20th, starting out with the first card, we have here the Death card, looking at the next card, the Seven of Pentacles, and lastly, the Two of Wands. Cool. Death card showing up for you is amazing because it represents a positive change. It represents transmutation, turning negatives into positives. And I mentioned to you guys in your main situation how if you're going to notice any sort of shift this week, it's going to be a massive shift in how you feel. So besides just your thoughts, besides just the way that you're thinking, the way you're perceiving, and the action you take, it's really about the way you feel that needed a shift. So you're going to start seeing the shift here for sure. Seven of Pentacles, you're making different investments in things that are going to allow yourself to feel better. I think the Seven of Pentacles is also like surrounding yourself with things that are going to make you feel better as well. For example, if you are a person who works from home, cleaning up your environment, building an environment and surrounding yourself with an environment that could set you up for success is super positive. Having like motivational quotes on the wall, maybe having some crystals in your space, maybe having something that you feel brings you joy, like doing things like that can set yourself up for success. That's kind of how you create an environment that will set you up for success, if that makes sense. So I think that some of you could very well likely start doing that or start investing in that here this week. But either way though, Seven of Pentacles here says that you're going on a bit of a diet mentally, and it could be physically in reference of people that you might need to remove yourself from. Not about like a physical diet like dieting, but more so if I need to remove myself from people that I think affect my energy, I'm going to remove myself accordingly. So you're making sure you're making the right investments this week of people who are going to be high vibrational, situations that are high vibrational, things that are going to make you feel good, you want to be around since you're having that shift in your feelings, right? Hopefully that makes sense. And yeah, looking at the last card here, Two of Wands, I think on a personal note, you're opening up doorways in your life, man. Taurians, I think that this shift in how you feel is really going to begin to open up the doors to you to manifesting that dream reality that you're looking for. And you're going to start to see signs of that showing out and coming in this week. So it's really, really powerful, man. What a powerful fucking week for Taurus, dude. I really love that, guys. Let's have a look at the overall outcome. What is it? What's going to be the overall outcome here for Taurus? Coming on into the week of the 20th, what is the overall outcome here for the Bull Gang? What do we got? We got here the Devil, and we got here the Justice card. I love it, guys, okay? The Justice here balances out the Devil. You're going from stuck all the way to feeling like you got everything on point. You're moving out of the energy of feeling trapped into the energy of feeling balanced, okay? Justice card showing up here for you is a card representing that you figured out what you've needed to do to make the next step in your life happen. I think that for a while, Taurus, the step that was blocking you the most was how you felt. You can envision, you can visualize your dream life all you want, but the moment that you're not allowing yourself to feel what it would be like to have it, and the moment that you're bringing in low vibrational feelings into the visualization techniques, that's what's going to block you from being able to not only be motivated enough to take that next step, but ultimately to manifest that next step here overall. So your energy here is entirely changing and shifting, and you're feeling more balanced and more connected here to yourself than you have in quite some time. Okay, Taurians, you had an awesome reading. Thank you guys so much for coming out. I appreciate your love and support. I hope that I was able to resonate here with you today for your weekly tarot reading for the week here of the 20th through the 26th of November. But either way, if you enjoyed today's video, definitely do drop a like, guys. If you're new here, do subscribe. I'll be happy to have you and welcome you here into the Soul family. But everybody, do enjoy your week, and I will catch you all in the next video. Much love, and have yourselves a good one. Peace.